My name is Fiona Campbell. I am the Chief Executive of the Association of Scotland Self-Caterers.
And I'm Sally Henry. I'm Vice President of Business Development for Key Data in EMEA.
It was a concept that developed with a really wonderful friend of mine, Kathy Craig, from the Argyll and the Isles Tourism Cooperative. And we've been discussing it for a wee while. And then on another trip, I started discussing it again with Sally, and it just feels like the best thing to do to celebrate one another. As women in industry, we work incredibly hard. We look after family at the same time. We're constantly aware at these different events. Again, we're in Paris right now. The last time we discussed it was in Athens. Kathy's fully supportive. We just want to go forwards with this concept of women celebrating women, creating a safe space where we can all get together and talk about the things that really matter to all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something I've been super lucky in my career, and I think Fiona has the same. We have an awful lot of female peers that we can naturally go and talk to. We're at events and we're actually in person, we can see them. But not everyone's as lucky to be able to go and find their like-for-like peers, or they might be new to the industry. It's something we've seen develop in the States. And we thought that we should have our own version here in Europe so that we can really celebrate women and support our peers in the best way possible. And that's face-to-face or digitally face-to-face in a safe forum.
I think it's such a wonderful concept. Again, we all love our male counterparts, but there's something wonderful about celebrating the fact that we can be powerful women in industry, whether it's tourism or any other industry, any other sector. It's incredibly important that we look after each other and really celebrate each other. So the International Women's Day kind of segues really beautifully into this concept of women celebrating women, which we can do all year round, not just one day in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's lovely to have a day to mark it and to just take that moment to reflect and look around and, understand the women in your life that are important or what you can do to be more supportive to your peers. But this is, it's not just a one day, but it's a brilliant day to announce that this is what's coming into the industry and that we're putting it together in our time just to make something available for all women out there.
In the first instance, I think we're going to start off with a nice closed Facebook group, and then we're going to develop that into all sorts of online and indeed, hopefully in-person events going forwards. But in the first instance, it's just a nice safe space for people to get together, chat to one another, get to know each other. Doesn't matter what sector you're in, don't need to be in tourism, it can be anything. And it's about just celebrating one another.
Yeah, and everyone's facing different challenges and everyone's got their own story. And I do think that sometimes just being able to speak to someone around the story, it won't be relevant to everyone, and it could be various stages. So it could be around pregnancy, it could be around menopause, it could be around all sorts of things that people are facing, and they can hopefully connect with other women that have had similar experiences that might be able to just help, or at least help people talk about it. So that's really what we're about. We're just empowering women and we're facilitating the conversation.
But also, it's not just that. It's about having fun as well. Maybe we're going to do some gin tasting or some cocktail making or some music or, keep it light as well, because life's a little too serious most of the time, right?
100%. I think the fun factor will definitely be there, right? It's and how we structure it. We'll just listen to what people want. And if one is about, drinking the wrong type of wine in the right place, then so be it.
Is there such a thing?
No, there's no such thing, to be fair. Well, possibly.
100%. It's for absolutely anybody, whether you're working full-time, freelance, sole trade, whatever. As long as you're wanting to be collaborative and constructive and celebrate one another, then you're absolutely welcome. So I think what we're going to do, if you keep in touch with either Sally or I via LinkedIn or indeed Kathy Craig, then we will start distributing the information going forward. So that's where we're starting.
Yeah, 100%.
1 step at a time.
Yeah, it's one step at a time, and it's creating, and some people will be more experienced or more mature in certain areas of either their career. They might be able to help and add in unofficial mentorship. Some people might be new to the industry. So it's all about just creating that platform for collaboration and connection. Yeah, I mean, we happened to be talking at a dinner and we were travelling again, and it was fantastic. And, you know, we had a great time, but we also have this mum guilt, like our children are at home and the juggle of trying to make sure the logistics are sorted out and they're emotionally supported. So it's not saying that it is only women and not men who have some of these challenges as well. But I think sometimes the amount of hats that women have to wear, sometimes it's easier to we understand as another woman that, you know, you could be talking about some career pressures, but then also your home life pressures and then your personal pressures. Sometimes it's health related. And you don't always want to explain them to your wider peers. So having women that hopefully understand what you're facing, what you're going through, makes it a little bit easier.
Absolutely agree with that. You know, this is about genuinely understanding one another and understanding that sometimes women may face additional pressures because they have to be looking after the kids. Again, as Sal says, that's not the case for all people. You know, lots of men do that as well. So we're not excluding them, we're just not including them on this occasion.
On this occasion, absolutely. You know what, as an industry, I think we're evolving quite quickly, and I know there's some of the events like Scale, they really encourage female speakers. I know, Fiona, you speak a lot, I speak a lot. Quite often it's like, oh great, we've got a woman speaker. So we're clearly not quite there yet, and we need to make sure people have got the confidence to do that, or they can put themselves forward. We're very quick to put ourselves down, like, oh gosh, or, you know, is it imposter syndrome, I'm not good enough, or there's a real established male speakers, and that's fine, there's some amazing male speakers. We still want male speakers, but we want women to have the platform to stand up as well if they have something to say and can deliver a message for the industry.
And there's some incredible women leaders in our industry, absolutely incredible, and we should be proud of that and absolutely put them front and centre all the way.
I mean, it's got to make a difference, right? We're putting it together in, if you like, spare time, and we have very, very busy day jobs. But it's something we believe, and we're hoping that it will just organically grow, word of mouth, because it's useful to people, and it's an environment that people are enjoying and getting something out of. So it could grow super quickly, it could be smaller. We have no set agenda for what, you know, we have no plan as in we want 1,000 members by 2025. We're not about that. We're about facilitating it and letting people, you know, work with us and grow organically.
And this is not a monetary issue. This is not a business. This is merely a support network for women who want to celebrate one another.
I say just connect with us, right? Start the conversations. We have so many amazing conversations in person because we'll suddenly have that time and we're like, okay, let's chat. And we come up with some fabulous things, some fun things. Sometimes it's career advice. And you can't always get that remotely. So I'd say connect yourselves first and foremost so that you can actually start speaking and networking and just get out of it what you want. You might have a very specific issue you really want to get some more information on or learn from people. Or you might just be interested in meeting like-minded females who are just there to support one another.
Absolutely. And we will officially launch it in the next couple of days or weeks. So just keep an eye out on the messaging coming out and join the club. Now we're in Paris, so I happened upon these in the local Monoprix. How fabulous. Join the Club de Femmes.
I mean, you know, when in Paris.
Why not?
I mean, I think initially, as Fiona said, use LinkedIn to find myself and Fiona, and then we'll send you the details, Paul, so you can put them out, how to join the Facebook group. We'll hopefully get an online webinar, Zoom type forum so people can connect, can jump on and just chat. Absolutely.